I'm up early for the dealers come out. Everybody is outside till the killers come out. You ain't eating, you just act full. I'm impactful. Dozen funerals in a month, I got that pull. I will give it to niggas in all rap forms. Ignatius out right now on all platforms.
Well, look what the cat drug in. Excuse me. Look what the flirkin drug in, ladies and gentlemen. It's the big homie, the youngest in charge in Atlanta. It's my sis, my little sis, Monique Nicole, the blogger to the stars, the interviewer to the stars. She's got all kinds of pictures I'm about to show y'all. Monique, what's up? This is the first time
for really keeping us in the know of what's going on. I appreciate you for that.
Well, honestly, Mo, I have to salute my audience because I was telling some people I was going to stop doing politics because it wasn't getting any reach. And there are so many highly educated, highly professional, highly pro-Black. But when I say pro-Black to anybody else that's listening to this that's outside of the Black community, pro-Black doesn't mean I'm negative whites or negative Mexicans or Hispanic. I'm not. Pro-Black just means I'm uplifting the plight of what we had to go through as if I had lung cancer. I'm not negative anybody else's form of cancer, but the cancer I'm dealing with is lung cancer. So I'm Black and I'm dealing with Black issues. So I'm uplifting what we go through. And my audience basically was like, Lamont, F what they say. If they don't want to do politics, politics is going to do them. You have a voice, you're articulate. You've done politics, you've done business, you have a unique perspective. Keep doing it with your movie reviews, and I guarantee you'll grow. And audience have stuck around, and I've even gotten some new audience, Mo. But this ain't about me, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to subscribe to Mo. Let me show y'all what this chick been up to. Let me show. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. She all up on Sisters in Atlanta, all down there looking snatched like a snack wrap at McDonald's.
Like a nice old chocolate.
Look at that. And then look at her. Look. This is Mo, y'all. This is our Mo. This is our Mo, people. This is our Mo in there.
Go back to with me and KJ Smith, because I know a lot of YouTubers, a lot of our fellow YouTubers still support and watch Sisters. I'm not gonna lie, I fell off a while ago, but I love that they're still thriving. You know what I'm saying? I want to see Black people have jobs. And so shout out to KJ Smith, who is one of the leading stars of Tyler Perry Sisters. Amazing woman. I'm talking about down to earth, kind, sweet, just amazing. So it was a pleasure to meet her and speak to her for a few minutes. She is lovely, you guys. So definitely support Sisters. The new season just dropped. They had a little cash shake up there. I don't know, y'all. Try to get the tea. I don't know what happened, but we still gonna support BET, Tyler Perry Sisters. Now for the youngins, this is Miss Ari Fletcher. This is for the the young crowd. She is an influencer, entrepreneur, and all the things. She is also known for being the girlfriend of a rapper, Moneybagg Yo. So I was at her brand launch.
Did she do music too? I thought she got some songs.
Oh, not her.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Monique understands what I'm going through because I've tried to break into Hollywood. Now I'm having to take a little step back. But I've had the opportunity to meet some celebrities and do some interviews. Y'all kind of follow the story. And there is one person that if you're Black, it doesn't matter if you're new, if you're inexperienced, that Monique took a picture with. It didn't come through for whatever the reason. But I've got a picture of this man because I've had a chance to work with him on something too. And that is the legendary, the incomparable Clifton Powell. Y'all have seen him on everything. Let me tell y'all about this man because Mo got a story too. She took a picture with him, right? If you are an up-and-comer minority in the space of Hollywood, this man is doing your movie. I don't give a damn what the budget is. I don't give a damn how bad your script is. I don't give a damn how good your script is. This man is going to help you out. He's a consummate professional. He can direct if he wants to. He can uplift you if he wants to. I had a chance to meet this man. This man is amazing. And it's hard to believe his legendary career that he still works with newbies. He still does short films. He is trying to work and uplift the community. And I can't say enough good things about Clifton Powell. A lot of y'all have seen him as an adversary in some things, a bad guy, the boss of bosses. But Monique, when you had a chance to meet him, what was that like for you?
Oh my gosh. First of all, I don't really get starstruck too much because, and I'm not because I'm special, just like when you're in Atlanta, it is very true. You really could be at a restaurant, at the gas station, at brunch, and you see a celebrity, right? So there's certain, and of course, y'all know there's certain levels to celebrity life and culture. And I've literally watched Clifton Powell my entire life. I'm in my 30s. I have watched that man since I was a child. And to see someone, a pillar in the community, a pillar in Hollywood, Black Hollywood, knowing his story, knowing his resume, I was in awe. And what made it even better is the ninja is down to earth AF. Like he is just, I mean, your cool ass uncle. You the uncle that you actually want to kick it with on a Sunday. Like he is just I was trying to, obviously I maintain my, being professional and all that, but internally I was just, because I've watched this man my entire life. So meeting him really just trumps everybody else I've met. He's really on the top of the list. I mean, he was amazing. I'm not going to lie, you guys. I was a little starstruck, so I didn't even get an interview with him. I could have, because I was covering media for an event. I didn't get an interview. I didn't even know he was going to be there. I was just caught off guard, but I talked to him after the premiere and I got my photo. So it all worked out. But it was an honor and a pleasure and a privilege to have met someone that I've admired really my entire life. And to see that brother is still working in 2026, you guys. That is no easy feat. So listen, it was an honor and a privilege, man. Really.
Now, normally I interview people in the lamest of ways that I know some of y'all hate. When they've got shows coming out, they've got all that. You get tired of seeing them doing the runs. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to reach out to Clifton Powell just to have him come up here with Momo and just talk about the struggles because I don't know if you had a chance to talk to him about like some of the struggles he had to deal with in the beginning, but y'all have got to hear this man's story, and it won't be when he promotes something. It'll be to promote him, the human being, because this dude he's that dude, y'all. He's like your uncle. It's like when you go to the barbershop, if you are a Miami Heat fan and you see a Dallas Cowboy fan in the barbershop, it's that instant, I hate you, but I love you. Yeah. Y'all gonna be having fun. It's that with Clifton Powell. Can't say enough, but y'all let us know what y'all think about him. What was your favorite movie with Clifton Powell? That dude is a serious brother. I'm gonna have to link y'all to the thing that me and him was working on called Spawns. I'm gonna have to link y'all on that, but let us know.
Man, y'all know the resume is insane. So I just love him. I love when he's serious. I love his comedy. He's very multi, you know what I mean? Like, I love when he's funny. I love when he's serious. I love when he's a menace. I love when he's scared. I love it. Yeah.
Folks be sleeping.
Everybody loves Friday. Yeah, Friday afternoon.
Dude is legit comedian, honestly, y'all. He is legit comedian if you want to be. But Mo, let's get into the story. Everybody, let me give you all the rundown of what we got going on today. So we got Bad Bunny, who was actually pretty good, versus Turning Points USA and a man who couldn't sell a ticket at a state fair, Kid Rock. We got that. We've got Donald Trump being racist as hell and then trying to backtrack it, then trying to act like he didn't see it, then finally taking it down, blame it on something else. We've got that. We've got Cockeyed Cash pretending like nothing happened in the Epstein files. And we've got Pam Bondi secretly recorded saying that it's a bunch of kids in the Epstein files. These fuckers is just lying left and right. We've got all that. We've got a man that harassed a couple of young Black sisters, I think in Atlanta, in the gas station, came back, cussed them out. Of course, this is an Atlanta theme thing because Mo is from Atlanta, so I've got that too. And we've got a special surprise clip that we're going to do here today and get things kicked off. So, Mo, the big thing that we're dealing with right now is the Super Bowl. We just had a Super Bowl, and Bad Bunny, let me tell you something.
Bad Bunny, Bonito.
He stepped that thing up. Here's a little clip of everything he did at the Super Bowl. Now, mind you, ladies and gentlemen, this is with the backdrop that Trump and all his acolytes claim they weren't going to watch the Super Bowl. It was woke. If he's not speaking English, he don't got subtitles. They don't want to see it. But I have Matrix style evidence that their asses was watching Bad Bunny.
Yep, I saw that. Yep.
But first, let's go back and see what Bad Bunny did. He actually got somebody married at the end of his performance yesterday. And for context, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you this. Bad Bunny broke records. 135 million viewers. Unprecedented Super Bowl record. Now, if you guys aren't on one of these prediction markets like Kashi, like I am, go ahead and get one. Right now, they're a sponsor for this video. If you would have bet that more than 35 million people would have tuned in to see the halftime show, if you put $100 on that, you would have made $500. Kalshi is a site that allows you to bet on pretty much anything. Who's going to win a Democratic race?
You serious?
Yeah. Who's win a Democratic race? Will Trump ever go to jail? What's another one up here? Will Elon Musk go to jail? It's got sports. It's got science. It's got how many views will the next season of Game of Thrones get? Anything you could want, ladies and gentlemen, Kalshi has it. They are my sponsor. And just by signing up, you help me out. Doesn't cost you a thing, and they give you $25. The link is in description. Go check them out. Kalshi, ladies and gentlemen, they are the prediction market. Go in there, and you can do stocks too. You can predict where stocks and Bitcoin is going to head. So you can legitimately make money predicting anything. Make sure you do it with good science so that you're not blowing your money. And if you go to the link in the video description, you get $25 right now. So free way to help a brother out. Okay. So that was Bad Bunny. And what did you think of Bad Bunny, Mo?
I have to speak because I am a fan of Bad Bunny.
Okay.
No, I do not speak Espanol, but I have a Caribbean background. So Caribbeans, we love reggaeton and stuff like that. So I've been loving Bad Bunny for some years, and he's had great crossover records, and he's collaborated with big artists like Cardi B, Drake over the years. So Bad Bunny has been here for a long time. I don't want you guys to think he's an overnight success. No, that man's been doing this for a long time. Oh my gosh, you guys. Amazing performance from top to bottom. I have to speak on the messaging. There was so much messaging and culture and history and subliminal. It was very political. Mm-hmm. I don't give a and I don't care if the racists are upset. Please understand, it was very political in the best way possible. Okay. It highlighted, I have my little notes, so I'm looking at that. His performance was well thought out. It was extremely intentional. Him starting in the fields of Puerto Rico, the sugarcane trees, anyone who is Caribbean, Hispanic, first of all, the culture and the history between Caribbean culture and Hispanic culture runs very, very deep. There's a lot of history between Caribbeans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. There's a lot of history there. I encourage y'all to look that up. There's a lot of history. So just the sugarcane fields, when you see that, anyone from the Caribbean, you recognize it. Think of slavery. The way we think of cotton fields, that's how they think of sugarcane fields. That was one thing. So them being there, and then him going to New York, and the him taking the shot from that woman. That woman actually owns a like a club or a bar in Brooklyn, and it's called the Caribbean Club, or something like that. So there was, I mean, guys, there was so much history, symbolism, everything. Also, he brought out Lady Gaga. He brought out Mark Anthony. That was amazing. Mark Anthony looks amazing. He had Karol G, he had Cardi B, and he had the amazing actor who we do love, Pedro Pascal, was in the background dancing. Just, you guys, it was absolutely effing amazing. And he shouted out multiple countries, including Jamaica, okay? He said, God bless America, Chile, Argentina, Colombia, Venezuela, Jamaica, Haiti, Canada. So it was for the culture in more than one culture, you guys. It meant a lot to a lot of people. I know the average person, probably don't care, but that was a well thought out performance, and it was very political in the best way possible. So shout out to Benito, shout out to Bad Bunny, shout out to his team, shout out to whoever and every single person that helped with that. It was amazing, and I was so happy that it pissed off the racist white teens.
Well, I agree with everything you said. And speaking of the racists, they're not just racist, Monique. They're also pedophiles too, by the way.
Yeah.
And the city of San Francisco wasn't having none of it. Let me show you an ad somebody took out on Trump and all the other pedophiles in the Epstein files. Take a look at it. They wasn't playing with these folks. The pedo bowl. So they wasn't playing with Trump and them, Momo. They was like, man, F y'all. And meanwhile, you know, all the dust that was kicked up that Trump and his super elite folks wasn't going to watch the halftime show because they was going to go watch Kid Rock. Remember all that stuff? Mm-hmm. And you had people talking about Bad Bunny halftime show was too sexualized and it was demonic and all this bullshit, okay? Well, Momo, take a look at who was looking at it. Look at this.
Nah, ni a mí mismo confío. Si quieres quedarte, hoy que hace frío y mañana te vas. Nah, muchas quieren mi baby gravy, quieren tener mi primogénito.
Trump was caught watching it and talking about him and Lindsey Graham, caught watching it. Now, y'all might be saying, why wasn't they watching Turning Points USA at Mar-a-Lago? I'm about to show you why. Because Momo, they're fucking hypocrites, okay? Kid Rock ain't had a hit since I was born. I was born in 1980. This Negro could not sell out a state fair if you gave away the tickets. They claim that the Bad Bunny performance was too demonic. It was, too graphic for the kids and all this religious bull jive. Meanwhile, this is what was going on with Kid Rock. And you tell me who's got a problem, Momo. Listen to this.
You want me to get political? Well, this is about as deep as Kid Rock thinks. Monica Lewinsky is a fucking hoe, and Bill Clinton is a goddamn pimp. Now, a little message to all my motherfucking beautiful people in the house. An early morning stone pimp, I'm gonna break it down and let you know what I think it's all about. Next time somebody comes up to you, they want to argue, fight, scream, and shout, just look the motherfucker dead in the eyes and simply tell them,
you want my balls in your mouth.
Momo, first of all, you cannot sit here and tell somebody that you turned away from Bad Bunny because of religion. Like, just stop this shit now. Like, just stop it. Just stop it. Stop it. Number two, did you hear the man admit how dumb he is? Did you let me let you hear his line again, folks? He admitted his ass only got 2 brain cells that occasionally rub each other. Listen to this. Take a listen.
You want me to get political? Well, this is about as deep as Kid Rock thinks.
As deep as he can think is calling Monica Lewinsky a hoe. Folks, that right there is the problem with MAGA. They have no intellectual intelligence. They have no critical thinking ability. If they're not told what to think, they don't know how to think. This man just told you that is as deep as his little poor mind, alcoholic looking body can go, still wearing that damn fucked up Michael Jackson hat that he's been wearing since 1980. And they had bots to make the online numbers look well. Momo, floor is yours. Did you watch that whole entire program?
That'd be a hell no, Alex, for 200. I don't have much to say because Kid Rock has been a sellout. He's been a disappointment. He's been a flip-flopper. He's been fake. He's been weird. He's been full of shit. So I don't really have much to say about him. I think the whole thing was asinine. Them even, pretty much boycotting the Super Bowl and not watching the halftime, and we're going to have our own content. I mean, the racial divide is so obvious in the fact that they try to gaslight us. In 1 minute they want to bring up God and Christianity, but they are just displaying nothing of the sorts at all in any capacity, in any level. And every day I feel like I'm just gaslit, which we'll talk about gaslighting later because they tried to gaslight us with the Obamas, and we'll touch on that later. They also tried to gaslight us with those files. It's just in the Bible, I think it does say, and I'm obviously paraphrasing, everyone that calls on the Lord's name is not of the Lord, basically. So I don't give a good darn how much you want to talk about, oh, he's a Christian and he loves Jesus. Y'all do the same thing with Jelly Roll. Y'all do the same thing with Tom, Dick, Harry, Susan. And it don't mean nothing. Because guess what? Slave owners used to go to church too. Slave owners used to praise to the Lord and was whipping people to death and raping and pillaging communities. So you guys look stupid bringing up the Lord and Christianity whenever you want it to fit your narrative, which it doesn't. It makes you look
right. Well, I mean, for them, it looks fine because, anytime you have people in a cult and you try to educate them on why it's a cult, they cling to it harder. They put themselves in this delusion that when they see bad things, they somehow or another can do monkey double backflips in their mind to write it off as somehow it's okay. Somehow it's okay. Somehow it's okay for him in one song to be calling Monica Lewinsky a hoe, calling Bill Clinton a mother effer, and then all of a sudden you're going to go singing about Christ and the American flag. Like, dude, get a life, man. For real. Like, get a life. Just stop this shit. But the issue that we're having, the biggest issue, the issue that could take down not only Trump, but probably some of the most powerful men in America, and I want to see it happen, is what's going on with the Epstein files. And so there was a commercial done that I thought was just in the Super Bowl that was so timely, well done by some of the survivors. Take a look at this moment. We'll get your reaction.
After years of being kept apart, we're standing together.
Standing together.
Because this girl deserves the truth.
Because she deserves the truth.
Because we all deserve the truth.
Mo, when you see that, what does that invoke in you? And you was around during COVID when they was popping up out of vans, snatching women, throwing them in the van, if you recall.
I'm trying to think what angle I want to go. It's loaded. So the last couple years, I have been doing more research about the files, about the victims, and I forget the woman who really is kind of like the ringleader of getting the victims together, and she's been the main one campaigning, doing various interviews, and hearing some of the graphic details that she has spoken about, it was very jarring. It was difficult to hear. And so I feel like we keep saying, Epstein files, it just kind of becomes like fodder, but I just don't know how many people have taken the time to do any type of research or maybe hear some of the harrowing tales of what did take place. This is bigger than we all know.
Mm-hmm.
This is bigger than just Trump. This is bigger than just government. We are talking about, of course, politicians and officials. We're talking about casting directors and celebrities. We're talking about modeling agencies. We're talking about agents. We're talking about a lot of powerful, heady hitters. A lot of these girls were set up. They were actually set up by their own, by their modeling agencies.
And some of them were set up by their own parents.
Oh, I didn't hear about. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but yeah. Yeah, so the commercial, it's I know it's not going to have a real impact on the majority. I love that it's happening, and I love that it aired. You said it aired during halftime. I was okay.
It aired during the Super Bowl.
Well, that's what I mean. Sorry. So that is major. Now, I will say that is major, and I'm actually very shocked. I'm very shocked that got the approval to be aired during the Super Bowl. Big bucks were paid for that to happen. A lot of meetings it took place for that to happen. So I'm happy about that. This Epstein file thing, man, it's bigger. It's just bigger than I think most of us really know. Hence the redaction of the files, hence the blacking out, hence them randomly tossing up Jay-Z. And I know you talked about that last week. I need you guys to like stop just reading headlines and pay attention and really research. They're throwing those names out for us to do what we're doing. And I'm very disappointed that a lot of Black people ran with it and did not even properly read. So yeah, man, it's a can I curse now at this point? We're 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
It's a shit show. And it runs deep, it's dark, it's disgusting. It's a nightmare. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say right now.
I couldn't agree with her more. This thing is international, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. The epicenter was Epstein Island, but there was tentacles in Russia. There's tentacles in Israel. One of the reasons why Epstein is dead is because this man knew that he had to have dirt on everybody to protect himself. This man is, by some reports, Mo, they're saying he is an agent for Russia and Israel, two of our biggest enemies. And he was trafficking girls to those countries. They didn't do Black girls because they didn't want Black girls, because Black girls fight too much. Okay. Which is why I always say the backbone of this country is Black women. They didn't want Black women because they're likely to fight them and get away and shit and tear down the whole thing, which they probably would have had. But anyway, and
I'm backing up, man.
to honestly have people in this country that in one hand they wanted to know the truth, QAnon. Now all of a sudden that truth is leaking, you don't want to know the fucking truth.
They don't
make it make sense, man. Like they were messing around with 10-year-olds. Trump was inserting his fingers, his little grubby mushroom fingers up the twats of 10 and 11-year-olds, measuring it for tightness, and then sniffing his fingers and shit. Come on, man.
Oh, I read. Yeah, I heard that. That's sick.
Come on, man.
Lamont, society, patriarchy, and they don't care about women. Like, when I say this, I'm talking about the system, right? I'm not talking about individual men or men as a collective. I'm talking about society. I'm talking about this being a patriarchal society. I'm talking about the way women have been treated from the beginning of time. The society, culture, America, whatever, has never cared about women being beaten up, raped. Look, we can take it from the beginning of time. We can go to the medieval time. We can go through any point in history. Aside from the Epstein files, sex trafficking in America, do we want to be real about it? Like, if they cared, sex trafficking in America would not still be what it is. It is bad.
Very bad.
They don't talk about it on the news, you guys. They're not telling you the top states that I think Georgia's been one of the top states for years. Georgia, Florida, I don't know all the states that are top, but I'm telling you guys, it is bad. Last year, was it Florida or Texas? They busted up a sex trafficking ring, 200 kids.
That was Florida.
That was Florida, 200. So,
Mo, here's the problem.
They give a FUCK about some bitches that got tortured in 25 years. They don't give a damn. They don't care about the kids. It's happening last week.
And
being real, they don't care. They're not going to care, you guys. They don't care what's happening now, let alone what happened to women 20 years ago. So come on, let's be real. Let's be real. They don't care.
They don't care, but you know what? It's supposed to make them care justice. And right now, yes, the Democrats are batting from a position of weakness, but that don't mean you can't get out here in front of cameras and run your damn mouth. You need to do something. And to your point about how it just seems like we have a lot of Americans who genuinely don't care. We have a lot of Americans, Mo, who are delusioned. They don't believe it. They believe that it's a hoax. They really believe it's a lie. And some of them want it to be a lie because they don't want to know the truth because it's so bad. Because there are 2 Supreme Court people that are speculated to be in this thing. And it ain't hard to tell who the 2 is. Because one of those Supreme Court benefactors is on this list. And if this list gets published and the evidence that Epstein had somewhere where I'm sure Ghislaine Maxwell knows where it's at, gets published, you're talking about we could take down at the very least 300-400 of the top CEOs, politicians, Democrat, Republicans, rich people. And Mo, I don't give a damn. Take all their asses down. Take them to the concentration camps that they created. and people should be upset that you had all these guys who are in tech. Tech is factual. Tech is science. They've been voting blue their whole life. It didn't strike you weird why all of a sudden now they want to vote for Trump because all their asses is in the Epstein file. Zuckerberg, Amazon, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk. Every last one of Peter Thiel, all them fuckers went to that island. And let us not forget that there were gay boys trafficked too, because a lot of them good old Republicans that swear up and down they about Jesus Christ and they hate trans and all that, they're really closeted. And anytime a Republican convention come to your city, all of a sudden Grindr gets locked down.
Well, baby, Don Lemon already told us a while back, y'all. He told us that is a
okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a problem and we need justice. We need that blue wave. And when the blue wave comes, y'all can't sit on your laurels. Trump has showed you just how far you can push the law. And we need somebody that's going to be even more left than Mamdani, that is going to make the number one thing. You know how they're trying to make ICE go after immigrants, right, Mo? We need somebody to sick ICE on the pedophiles. Fuck the immigrants. We need the immigrants. We all immigrants. We need a lefty to come in there and push ICE to go after the pedophiles. That's what we need. And Mo,
I wish, brother.
I got a clip for you that shows that they knew about this last year. Pam Bondi did, and she's doing nothing. Take a look at this.
The Epstein files are going to get released?
We hope soon. Okay.
Okay.
So,
any dates? No, you know what it is? There are tons and thousands of videos. Yeah. And it's all with little kids. So they have to go through.
You hear that? It's all with little kids.
Oh, I'm really about to throw up. That's so sick. That is so sick. That's sick.
You know this, and you are throwing cover for these people that have been trafficking these little kids.
It's just it's really hard. It's hard sometimes when you're a woman hearing stuff like this, because it's just like knowing that there's such a big group of people who just do not care about assault and rape and things like that, and knowing the statistics currently of sex trafficking and the R word and assault, and it's just it gets a little, you know, it can affect you. It doesn't affect me all the time or every article I read, but it gets to you sometimes, and it's sick, right? It's sick that we had more Americans in government and whoever else that were more riled up about a halftime Super Bowl than they were about pedos. That is very alarming. You guys are worried about your children watching Bad Bunny grab his crotch, but you're okay with pedos.
They're okay with grown men grabbing their kids' crotch. At least Bad Bunny grabbing his own crotch. These people are okay with fuckers that have power and influence grabbing their kids' crotch because they think it's gonna upscale their lives. No, don't ruin these people mentally for the rest of their life. And here's one who knows what's in the Epstein files, gets into these hearings with Congress, and I can't tell which way the motherfucker's looking. I call him cockeyed Cash. Lying through his teeth. You don't know if he's looking straight or looking to the left. Listen to what he had to say.
There's no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals. And the information we have, again, is limited.
So the answer is no one?
For the information that we have.
In the files?
In the case file.
Okay.
This curry-eating motherfucker lie under oath. He's the head of FBI. Our government been lying and protecting pedophiles. So either they are pedophile or they're pedophile protectors. These people need to be held accountable. These people need to be burnt down publicly. This is the only way. There's no other way. You can't vote your way fucking out of it. If you're not talking about this, you cannot fix society. You just can't.
Mo, everybody in Trump's administration that's been throwing shade and cover and all those rich CEOs, tech giants, they need to be strung out, butt naked, and walk through the cities like they did Cersei in Game of Thrones. And then they need to be thrown in the industrial immigration concentration camps that they created. And every contract that has been given to these rich people robbing the government blind need to be taken down. What say you? Because you know good and damn well that man lying. He lying.
I have nothing to say. He either, like the guy said, he's either a pedo himself or God, he's paid off. He was threatened. I mean, there's a lot of people in government who are probably against this, but they've been threatened. They've been paid off. Mm-hmm. So that's why I just don't, guys. I don't want to be. I don't want to be pessimistic. If we were under a different administration, then yes, I would have more faith in justice and things being done, you know, checks and balances, but I don't have it. I don't have it for this administration. So yes, I'm going to talk about this with Lamont and everyone else in my social media. I'm going to continue to talk about this, but as far as me thinking that there's going to be justice, no, I don't. I'm not even going to set myself up for that type of failure. Now, do I want us to continue to ride the hell out those mofos and the victims and of course, I'm not saying give up, but if you're asking me, do I think justice will be served? Maybe justice will be served for some, but not all. You know what I mean? There's going to be some people in this that they're going to throw under the bus because they're going to have to. It's like you gotta give somebody up, right? Got to give somebody up. So I do see in the future maybe some people getting thrown into the fire, and I see the top dogs being protected. That's just kind of my early predictions, if you will. That sounds sad. We're talking about real life, but yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to make a prediction on who's going to go down, you can go to Kalshi. It is a predictions marketplace where you can take bets on things such as, will Trump go down? Who's going to take the fall for Trump? How will they fall? How many years will they get in jail? You can take a prediction on all that stuff and make big money, ladies and gentlemen, but do it responsibly. There's a link in description. You get $25 just for signing up, and share it with your friends, and go see what's up here that you want to make a prediction on. You can do the NBA, you can do the stock market, you can do climate change, whatever it is, they pretty much got it. Go to Kalshi right now, link in description. Another sad story that I believe is connected to Trump, something Mo wanted to talk about, is Savannah Guthrie's mother has been abducted. And they're trying to they want ransom for her. And the Guthrie family is just so distraught, so downtrodden about this. They're actually thinking about paying these criminals the money. But just to let you get caught up on the story where it's at right now, take a look at this.
Why does a missing 84-year-old woman suddenly involve Bitcoin and the media coordination and FBI agencies simultaneously? Why would kidnappers want attention from the media instead of quietly securing the money and disappearing, Pop Smoke? Why does this case feel nationally within hours, and thousands of elderly Americans go missing every year without FBI involvement?
I'll tell you why. Trump's got something to do with this. Period. Someone in that administration is trying to intimidate Savannah and the brass at her news station, because pretty much almost all these news networks are pretty much bought by right wingers. Mo, I don't know if you know that or not, but a lot, for crying out loud, Larry Ellison owns BET, and he don't give a damn about no black folks. Owns BET, and it breaks my heart that this has happened, because it could happen to any of us. And it breaks my heart that so many people that are MAGA, that's supposed to be Bible clutchers, want to turn the blind eye to this. This is Savannah and her family today talking about actually paying this ransom, which is something that you're never supposed to do. Go ahead, Mo. You're on mute.
Thank you. Either you can play it or you can articulate it for me, but I want to get to so that the audience can see the connection while we're saying that Trump and stuff is involved. There's a history with her, right? And her husband tied to reporting and investigating Epstein. I think she was one of the first journalists, right, to speak to victims. I mean, this is like 15 years ago. I mean, this is a long time ago. So this is why Lamont and I are saying there is possible connections with Trump, Epstein government, whoever officials, because of the journalists, her ties to the files as far as exposing things. You guys, so I want to just make sure the audience understands that connection and why this is a fishy situation, and it stank.
Yes, Lord. Take a look at what she had to say.
Is Nancy Guthrie still alive? This could be the biggest update yet. Nancy Guthrie's children just posted the following message to Instagram.
We received your message and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
Which leads me to believe whatever message they received yesterday gave them the assurance they were looking for, that their mother is still alive. Let me know if you're interpreting it any other way, but by them saying this is very valuable to us leads me to believe they received the proof of life they were looking for. Considering their first Instagram message posted days ago begged for some assurance that their mother was still alive. Also say they will pay, which I'm assuming they mean the ransom money, by Monday. Let's seriously pray that this is the end of an absolute week-long nightmare.
Mo, this disgusts me, because there's not a cop there's not really anybody helping her. The FBI, the SBI, all those groups are supposed to be working on this, and we can't trust them. We cannot trust them. And to see them have to break down and pay this ransom, one of the reasons why you never pay a ransom is because when does it end? They could pay these people this money, and then all of a sudden they'd be like, oh, we need more. Or, oops, that's not enough. So, Mo, when you hear this story and what's going on and how it's so eloquently connected to Trump and the Epstein files and how this just seems to pop up right after another document dump of the Epstein files, I think we're beyond conspiracy territory into this is real blown out territory.
I'm trying to wrap my head around this because I feel like, of course, this is definitely making headlines. We're talking about it, content creators like us, we're talking about it, but I just feel like, I don't know if we're numb because 2025 was such a fucked up year and now 2026 is continuing that. I don't know if we're numb or we're jaded, but I feel like I'm in a effed up like twilight. Like I don't think people understand the severity of what the F this is some scary shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is like an episode of Scandal, House of Cards. Like, what the F is this? This is insane. And I'm just even watching that clip, and I mean, oh my God, who is behind this? This is crazy. And when have we known Trump to be so caring? The fact that Trump reached out within the first 24, 48 hours of this news breaking, the fact that he reached out personally to them to share, I guess, his concern, it just felt weird and fishy.
Mm-hmm.
Just the whole thing. And if this is that, we are in some scary ish. I mean, we're reaching new heights that I didn't even know we could get to this fast in his term, you guys. Like, we're talking about ransom and kidnapping and proof of life, and
it's sick.
I'm at a loss for words. I really am. I think it just hit me. Like I'm in real shock about this whole story. Is bizarre. It's weird. It's scary. It's gut wrenching. It's concerning. Yeah, I think I'm in a little bit of shock. Sorry.
we really need an opposition party that's going to help do something. Because it's not that hard for me to believe this happened, because we had a bunch of these QAnon cousin fuckers tried to attempt to steal the governor of Michigan and got busted only because the DOJ at that point in time was independent. They busted them. And now somebody then came and took this woman's mom, holding her somewhere, doing God knows what to her. And we are supposed to believe that Trump, DOJ, FBI, the head of the FBI can't even look straight. We're supposed to believe that they're going to do something. Folks, keep your head up, man. Just keep your head up. And another reason why I don't believe in Trump being a real president and being a real human being is because I think he faked getting shot.
Oh, yeah.
I think he faked that. But more importantly, he gives you a cause to pause each and every week, because this past weekend, Mo, that cousin fucker put this up.
Oh, baby.
Trump put that up. And ladies and gentlemen, let me show you how it was played on PBS versus how Fox News tried to play the story. Take a look at this. It's sick.
The White House defended, then removed a racist depiction of the Obamas from President Trump's social media. It was posted shortly before midnight, and it was met with anger from Democrats and some members of the president's own party. The president's post, which borrowed imagery from this video, was deleted after backlash on both sides of the aisle. The video on Truth Social, focusing on debunked claims about the 2020 election, included a racist animation of former President Barack Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama, their heads superimposed on the bodies of apes. The president's post sparking widespread condemnation from lawmakers. House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries said the Obamas are brilliant, compassionate, and patriotic Americans. They represent the best of this country. Donald Trump is a vile, unhinged, and malignant bottom feeder. Republican Senator Roger Wicker. This is totally unacceptable. The president should take it down and apologize. And this from Senator Tim Scott, praying it was fake because it's the most racist thing I've seen out of this White House. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt initially defended the actions of her boss. This is from an internet meme video depicting President Trump as the king of the jungle and Democrats as characters from The Lion King. Please stop the fake outrage and report on something today that actually matters to the American public. It should be noted there are no ape characters in The Lion King. A few hours after Leavitt's defense, the post was deleted. A White House official, speaking on the condition of anonymity, said a staffer erroneously posted the video. Mr. Trump's political rise included years of attacks on former President Obama that centered on conspiracy theories and racist rhetoric.
I am a registered Republican.
One three-time Trump voter today called into C-SPAN to say the post was a breaking point.
What an embarrassment to our country. All this man does is tell lies. He is not worthy of the presidency, and I just want to apologize to everybody in the country for supporting this rotten man.
Last week, I watched Fox and Friends, The Five, and Jesse Waters Primetime, and the shows that I watched completely ignored this.
They did. They did ignore it. Now, Mo, people have been trying to tell me, Lamont, when you meet these Trump voters that now finally see the light, you need to have grace for them. No, I don't.
Oh, yeah.
You get no grace from me until I see an overwhelming blue wave and then more blue. That's when you'll get grace from me. Like, it took you till now to realize, and this guy that just said he's sorry, I accept you're sorry, but your sorry doesn't change what's going on in this country right now. You voted for Trump probably 3 times, and you never realized that this fucker was racist. Like, it never crossed your mind that he's an ardent criminal. Didn't cross your mind. It took you probably about to be in the poorhouse, and while you in the poorhouse, instead of Trump figuring out how to help you out, he's up here showing you just how racist he really is, right? And now you all of a sudden want to jump ship. So, Mo, before I let you speak, let's hear what Trump had to say about the whole situation. This will really warm your heart. Okay, take a look at this.
So, do you have any questions, John?
Mr. President, the media post that you took down earlier today, the White House says that a staffer sent it. Who sent it, and are you going to fire them?
No, I looked at it, I saw it, and I just looked at the first part. It was about voter fraud in someplace, Georgia. There was a lot of voter fraud, 2020 voter fraud, and I didn't see the whole thing. I guess during the end of it, there was some kind of a picture that people don't like. I wouldn't like it either, but I didn't see it. I looked at the first part, and it was really about voter fraud in and the machines, how crooked it is, how disgusting it is. Then I gave it to the people. Generally, they look at the whole thing, but I guess somebody didn't, and they posted, and we took it down, and we did it. You know, but that was a voter fraud that nobody talks about. They don't like to talk about that.
Nobody talks about it because it's been debunked 6 times. It's been debunked over and over. You took your ass to Fulton County with that Russian plant, and you went in there, you took the paper rolls because you're planning to cheat. And it's like Democrats or the people that are down there that are supposed to be protecting this stuff. What the hell are you guys doing? Sitting on your hands. But anyway, Mo, he knew what he was doing. They knew what he was doing. They lied and covered for him because they don't care. It's just par for the course. What did it invoke in you when you woke up and you probably said to yourself, "Nah, this ain't real. This is TV."
You gave me a lot, child. You know I'm ADD, baby. You can't do it like that, partner. Okay, first of all, why the FUCK is this ninja still talking about 2020 elections, boo boo kitty, which, like you said, has been debunked 6 times. Why is he talking about that when Elon Musk didn't he like when they were beefing? Didn't it come out that he helped him get elected? There was rigging, sir. There was rigging. Elon Musk actually helped you win this election. So I don't think he should be touching or talking about any type of election rigging, polling issues. Take your ass out of Fulton County. We don't want you here. That's that. I'll tell you, I'm sick of hearing that shit. We've been hearing that for 6 years. I'm sick of it. Now this, when I first saw it, I was obviously appalled, shocked, jaw dropped. And then I was like, well, am I? Am I? Let me just add this to the list of other racist crap that he's done. So it's like I had the natural human knee-jerk reaction, like the decent human beings had when you see something egregious like that. But then I was like, well, what do I expect? Right. So I kind of moved on from it. But then I got triggered again when his camp was gaslighting the dog crap out of us, talking about, oh, this is from The Lion King and this is images of, first of all, bitch, I haven't seen The Lion King since 1994, and baby, there is not them damn 8 Joe King, whatever that is. Ain't none of that. None of them apes was in there. You had a lot of other animals, but not one. I mean, we know what the F you were doing. We know what you were doing, beloved. It is the same way since 2016, actually before that, because they were racist during Obama. It's the same way we know when you guys talk about us with watermelon and chicken. We all know what you do. It's the same thing you try to say with us as apes and monkeys. It's the same thing you do every Halloween when y'all used to dress up in blackface and dress up as Obama hanging from a tree. It is all symbolism which directs itself to racism. So do not gaslight us Americans, you dipshits.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, and I have to say this. Someone posted this on Threads, and I reposted it. And to your point of not giving a shit about anybody who was pro-Trump and MAGA, who now having a fucking epiphany, Candace Owens, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Trump was racist in 2024. He was racist in 2020. He was racist in 2017. He was racist in 2016. He was racist in 2011. He was racist in 1989. And he was racist in 1973. So you having an epiphany all of a sudden don't mean shit. Candace Owens? Anybody else like her? And what's the other white bitch?
Erica Kirk. You might as well put her.
No, I'm talking about the bitch that jumped ship, is no longer MAGA. The one that used to come for Jasmine Crockett all the time. What's that bitch?
Oh, MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah, I don't give a F about your epiphany. The damage has been done. And if your IQ is that low that you couldn't have seen his racist tendencies since 2016.
Now, Mo,
up here, boo boo, and you were getting shit from me.
So Mo, the issue with people that supported Trump that now all of a sudden claim they have an epiphany, they're not having an epiphany. They're having a Trump schizophrenia, meaning that Trump shits on everybody he deals with in one way or the other one. If you don't co-sign with all his bull job, he will disavow you. And that's what's going on with MTG. That's what's going on with Candace Owens. And what bothers me about, go ahead, Mo.
Oh, go ahead. I can add this after. Mm-hmm.
What really bothers me with people who claim to be smart on the MAGA side, if they're really that smart, they're basically telling you that they believe in criminals, selective criminals. Because while Trump is putting up apes and shit of black people, knowing that it's going to be a news story because you're so degenerate, him and all the rich people is robbing the American people blind, starving the poor folk while the rich are getting richer off the backs of the American taxpayer. And what just blows my mind is how those people that love him that much hate us more than they like to have food on their own table. Meaning that every time these Republicans and these rich people tell you don't believe in socialism, they're telling you that because they believe in fucking socialism. They are robbing you blind. They are robbing you of government contracts. They are robbing you of tax breaks. They are robbing you by saying, because there's all this money in the marketplace, we have to increase inflation, which makes them richer and makes you poorer, because that's another tax really of you having to pay, because the bag of Cheetos used to have 32. Now it's got 22, but the price done gone up. Because the rich people have said, oh, well, there's more money in the marketplace. We got to raise the inflation up. When they the ones that got the fucking money, you dummies. That's what bothers me, Mo.
Yeah, I don't.
These asses think that they are so fucking smart when they're not. They hate. Their hate is so high that they cannot realize that while the people who are telling them that they don't need help is the ones stealing and robbing and getting the most help. Sorry for that tangent. Floor is yours.
They are white supremacists, okay? And they are racist. And they care more about maintaining white power in the USA than they care about having a retirement fund, be able to feed their fucking kids, be able to put your kid in college, being able to pay for your fucking mortgage. That is racism. So those facet of Americans, of MAGA, of Trump supporters, y'all can go to hell, because you really are letting racism screw you over long term. You care more about, and that's all it is. The MAGA movement, everything we're seeing the last 2 years, it is everything with DEI, everything with immigration. They want to make this country white again. And for those of us, again, who are smart, intelligent, emotional intelligence, when Trump did his quote of "Make America Great Again" in 2016, I knew that meant "Make America White Again," basically, is what he was trying to say. He meant that in 2016, and guess what? He's implementing that shit now. So a lot of the shit we're seeing is what that was. And then just to close with this, and this really just added to what you were saying. I told you a few months ago, I think the last time I was on the channel, I said one of the worst kind of people are the people who sit back and watch injustice and watch mistreatment and watch abuse and watch that and don't say anything, don't blink an eye, and don't speak on it. And they only speak on it once it affects them. And there is a facet of Americans that fall under that. They were okay with him and his antics and his racism and all his terrible ways from 2016. They were okay. They were okay in 2016. They were okay with it in 2020. They were okay with it all these years. 2025, baby, that's when they were like, whoa, we didn't know you were going to lie to us. We voted for you because we actually thought that you were going to help the economy. When the F has Trump ever cared about the average American citizen? That's what I really want to ask. I'm speaking to the people, the facet of people who claim they're not racist, who claim they're not MAGA, who claim that they were disappointed by the Biden administration and claim that they only voted for Trump because they believed that he was going to fix the economy and make groceries affordable. I want to speak to those specific people. When the FUCK in the last decade, has Trump ever shown, proven, or convinced you that he actually gave a damn about the average American citizen and making our lives easier and putting more money in our pocket and making our lives affordable? I want to see it. I want to see the receipts, the proof, the timeline, the articles, the dates. I want to see it because I've never seen it. Have you seen it in the last decade? I haven't.
No, and you're not going to see it because you have to separate the two buckets of people. And either bucket is equally as wrong, evil, and sinister, no matter how you slice it. So you got the middle class and poor that voted for him thinking he was going to fix their gas, fix their groceries. That ain't happened. Stupid. Right. But then you've got the rich who he did help. Oh, he helped them in ways that you can't believe. And why I harp on them is because those same rich people always talk about country over everything else. I believe in the democracy. I believe in this country. If you really believed in that shit, you wouldn't have voted for Trump, because you know how dastardly he is. You know how criminal he is. You know how craven he is. But yet you still voted for that for your fucking pocketbook. Don't sit here and tell us you care about the middle class and poor, because you don't. You only care that you don't have an estate tax. You only care that he lowered your income taxes. You only care that he helped your business get deregulated. You only care that he's keeping your ass out of jail. You don't care about the rest of the people in this country. You don't. And so I get fluxed. There's way more people in the middle class and poor than there are that 5%.
Yes.
But the Republican Party has done such a good job of eliminating education, because the more educated a person is, the more they're able to see through the religious bullshit, and the more they're able to see through the policies that Republicans put in place. They've got rid of that. They've done a good job of keeping people into their form of religion, because their form of religion just says, listen to what I say and the Lord, and that's all you got to believe. And that makes people vote stupidly too. And then lastly, they've gotten people to believe that as long as we can make you happy through hate, as long as we can make you happy through hate, you won't be worried about the other stuff we over here doing, because Trump don't really care about middle class and poor white folks. He don't care. He don't care nothing about them. And he really don't care about Black MAGA, how stupid their asses be looking up here shucking and jiving, Nicki Minaj and Nicki.
Wait, we'll have to I want to do another.
Okay, we'll do another one.
The Hispanic, I will vote for Donald Trump. I will vote for and look what's happening now.
And first of all,
dumbasses.
First of all, they're
Latinos for Trump. Latinos.
First of all, Mo, they not even say their vote sound like they're saying boat. So anytime your chant sounds like boat, that should tell you what they want to do with your ass. They want to send you on the boat back home. And now the lady who was the head of that organization, she's crying because they came after her husband, her father, or somebody. But that's your dumb ass was singing, I will vote for Donald Trump.
Latinos for Trump. Well,
Stupid. Anyway, ladies, let me read these super chats so we can get y'all out of here, by the way. So first super chat comes from the big homie Robbie. I hope you're doing well, my brother. Hope you're healing. He says, Donnie Von Shit's pants. People, if you don't know what he means, Trump wears a Depends. He poops on himself almost every day. There's people who have given written accounts of how bad he stinks, put his name on the Kennedy Center, and now wants to put his name on Dulles Airport.
Oh, Jesus, Lord. Don't even get me started about that damn Kennedy Center, man. Ooh.
Don't worry. The minute he's out of office, the minute they clean up all his poop stain, they will reverse that. I don't
know if we're going to be standing. We keep talking about when the midterm, maybe the
Mo, we're going to be standing one way or the other one. Whether it's a revolt,
pray to God, but people are struggling. I don't even want to cry. There are people who are literally fighting for their lives, who are deciding, can I buy groceries or gas? Can I it is hard, you guys. I am living some of the struggles. The job market is the worst it has been since the 2009 crash.
And here's the problem.
And then I am a Black woman, and 600,000 Black women were wrongly removed from their I know that sounds good but people are really on their last leg. We are going to see suicide rates go up. People are not okay right now. People are not okay. I'm telling you, people are not okay, guys.
They're not. And Mo, I'm one of them. You kind of know what I'm going through behind closed doors. And I just kind of, one way or the other one, we're going to get through this, whether it's the hard way or the soft way. Hopefully it's going to be the soft way.
Black people, I know we are resilient, and we will have to survive this. We will have to truly have community, because I think without God, community, and family, I don't know if we really have to, in order to survive these next, whatever his term, We have to lean on each other. Keep God first. Find community. Find community, because you can't get through this alone. I know I can't. I know I can't.
You can't.
So,
And
yeah.
DeMarcus Vaughn hits me with a $5. I appreciate you, my brother. Lamont, how do you feel about AOC running for office in 2028? I'm fine with her staying right where she's at. I don't want to see her run for president yet. I want to see her run for president, but not in 2028. That's how I feel about that. DeMarcus Vaughn. So Anita Hill was actually right about Clarence Thomas. You damn right. And that woman that said Brett Kavanaugh tried to grab her. Don't be surprised if you see both of them in the Epstein files. I'm just saying.
Well, I haven't heard that name in a while.
And last but not least, from my big homie, DeMarcus Vaughn, who I love so much, man. Yes. Imagine if Donald Trump would have posted that pic of the Obamas on President's Day. Do y'all feel the Black History should be moved to June instead of February? No, I think we should have 2 Black History months. We need to have June and February. Who you asking, DeMarcus? You asking me. You know what I'm going to say. I am pro-Black because I'm tired of them whitewashing our history and then want to call it woke when we demand that you tell the real history, because they're so afraid if children know the real history of this country, they'll have apathy for the marginalized groups. They'll have apathy and sympathy for those who have suffered. And that's why Republicans are now raging a war against sympathy. That's what they're doing.
The way DeSantis hijacked the word woke, when I tell you that's one of the biggest things that grinds my gears. When I hear white people, white lefties, they're on the right left, whoever the fuck they are, when they be on Fox and they be trolling us and using the word. When I tell you, when they say the word woke and the way they do it with that callous and that smirk, when I tell you, it grinds my gears how they are so disrespectful to the Black community. It really,
Mo,
it makes me want to fight. Okay,
Mo, I'm telling you, their day will come.
They're so callous. They're so
I started to do a segment about woke because we've got a state senator who his ad is talking about we fought the woke agenda. Like, bruh, you really are telling your people that they're dumb. Being woke means you are awake behind the wheel. It means you are enlightened about what's going on in the world. You really are telling your dumbass voters who hang from mountains with one tooth in their mouth that they're dumb, and they don't seem to understand that that's what they're being told. They don't get that. They don't get it.
From us. They took the word and the meaning from us. It is really upsetting. It's really upsetting.
Their day will come, Mo. We need somebody who's going to get in that White House that's going to be left and is going to shake things up for the left the way Trump shook things up for the right. And AOC ain't gonna do that. None of the people that we know that are like in office now, I don't see none of them wanting to do that.
No. Old boy California.
Who?
California.
No, he's not. He's bought.
You don't think so?
No, Mo, he's bought. He's bought. He is bought. No.
You don't think Gavin Newsom?
No. He's as corporate as they come. He's
the only one I see tussling with them the way they need to be tussled with.
No, well, I mean, Bernie tussles with them. AOC tussles with them.
Not the same way as Gavin, but we'll talk offline. Educate me. It's like,
Okay. Well, y'all, we're out of here. And since we're out of here, we'll give it to you with my sister from Texas as she goes. Bleach blonde, bad built butch body.
Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body.